नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Kiran.
In this path of selfless action, there is no loss or effort, nor is there fear of contrary result. Even a little practice of this discipline saves one from the terrible fear of birth and death.
What more guarantees does anybody require? If you do whatever work you have to do, and if you do it with this prasad buddhi, I call it, if you do it with this buddhi that whatever result comes, it's okay with me, with samatva bhav, there are 3 benefits which we will come to. And most important, I will become free. Let's see the meanings first. Iha, in this path. Na, not. Asti, will happen. Abhikramanasha, loss of effort. Means your efforts will not be wasted. Even if the student doesn't get good marks, your effort will not be wasted. No, not. Vidyate, happen. Pratyavayo, negative result. You may not get the result you want, positive, but even negative result will not come. Pratyavayo, negative result, even negative result. So in this path, neither will there be loss of effort, nor will any negative result happen. Swalpam, just a bit, a little also, api also, swalpamasi, a little. Asya dharmasya, of this knowledge, just a little bit of this knowledge, trayate, will protect. Mahato bhayat, greatly from fear, will protect you from fear. So what is this terrible fear from which we are being protected? Fear of birth and death. Fear of death, and then fear of being reborn in some unpleasant situation. So I am told that there are 8.4 million species on our planet. 8.4 million species of life. And do you know we can be born in any of them? We could have been born in any of the 8.4 million species, but we are born as humans. That is the biggest gift that we have received, which we take the most for granted. And after being born as humans, which is like, imagine if you were born like a dog, or you were born as a plant, or you were born as a bird, or you were born as a cat, or you were born as a snake, or a cockroach, you wouldn't have the house which you are living in, which you complain about. You wouldn't have the food nicely put in a plate for you, which you complain about. You wouldn't have these clothes which you feel are inadequate. Oh, same old dress I have to wear. You would be naked. You wouldn't be complaining about this school I have to go to and study, you would be one unpad, literally jad kind of creature. All the things which we have no idea how fortunate we are to get. If we were in any other birth, in any other species, that's what we would be. Now all these other species, all they can do is eat, sleep, drink and mate. That's all they can do. They can't sit in satsang. They can't go to foreign lands for holidays. Right? They can't, can't go to the latest restaurant to try that gourmet pizza. They'll be lucky if one scrap falls on the ground, they'll come and lick it up. Do you even realize how fortunate we are? And we complain. It has become our default setting. Complain.
You wouldn't have the voice to complain.
We won't have the voice. And we want to complain. We want to boom, boom, boom. If somebody understands the complaint, good. If they don't understand, too bad. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling to know the advantages we have just by being who we are. Just by being born. Just by being born. And if we also use this life to eat, drink, sleep and mate, how are we better than animals? How? So if you use this body only for that, then
You will be sent back to that.
you will be sent back to such a body
Yes.
next life.
Yes.
You will get a next life ka body will be that because you love to sleep and eat and drink and mate. Okay, here, take a body where you can do it 24/7. But with that comes a lot of other disadvantages. Right? No foreign travel. The biggest danger is not getting a human body again. There is no guarantee that you will be born as a human in the next life. Okay? So, in Ken Upanishad, there's a very nice quoting which I like a lot. It says, "O human being," he's talking to us, "the human birth is a rare opportunity. If you do not utilize it to achieve your goal, you will suffer great ruin. And this great ruin will be your patan. Because you can definitely, there is a chance you will be born again in some other yoni." It goes on to say, if you do not strive for God realization in this life, you will continue to rotate in the 8.4 million species of life for many births. And how that Prahlad ji said, next life if you come as Bhargat ka ped, 1,000 years, stay there, Bhargat ka ped. Okay, that's it. But how can I prevent this from happening? What is the method that I don't get stuck in any other life form? They say, if you start your spiritual journey and perform your sadhanas, even if you don't get moksha, even if you don't attain self-realization, you will never be born in any other form except human birth. So you have to start the journey. It doesn't matter if you have not completed it, but you must start it and you must stay on it sincerely. That is the protection that you will receive. See, any material asset that you collect in this lifetime, your money, your homes, your clothes, your shiny objects, your shoes, yeah, shoes also, cars, whatever, anything, you have to leave it behind. You have to leave it behind. But your sadhanas you will take with you. Your karmas you will take with you. Your sanskars you will take with you. So these are the real assets which you should be pursuing, not your material assets. These you can leave behind. Yes, your child will enjoy or your child will waste also. But living your whole life to accumulate assets that your child will enjoy and leaving no time for your spiritual assets, isn't that a waste? And that is why I'm so happy. These kids are coming. Kids, I'm sorry, I said kids. These young adults are coming. They have started in whatever way. They have started. And they must not lose it. They must stay on the path and keep on developing that little seed, nurturing it till the time comes when they will just get it so clearly, the entire jigsaw puzzle will just manifest. I'm so excited for that, for them. So whenever we start any project of any kind, forget spirituality, anything, there are always some fears we have, some doubts. What will happen if I don't do this properly? What will happen if I don't follow all the steps properly? Or what if I make a mistake? What if this whole thing backfires on me? Right? You can have all these doubts. And even for studying Gita, people have fears. I don't know Sanskrit properly. Agar मैंने कुछ गलती से pronounce किया तो I will get sin. We have all these kind of doubts in our mind. If we don't recite it properly, what will happen? So in this shlok, number 40, which is an important shlok, Bhagavan Krishna assures or reassures Arjun, start practicing Karma Yoga. 3 things you will benefit. 1, there will be no loss of effort. Whatever work you do, you will not lose anything by following this Karma Yoga. 2, there will be no side effects, no contradictory effects, no negative effects. And 3, you will get rid of your fear of birth and death. Actually, it's like one advertisement, no? Risk-free benefits. Huh? Do it. Don't worry, nothing bad will happen to you. Just do it, okay? Now, first is loss of effort. There will be no loss of effort. Abhikramanashaha. See, if we plant some seeds or do any work, we expect to see one flower, we expect to see one shoot, we expect to see some fruit, vegetable, whatever. That's an expectation, and we have put so much hard work. एक तो मट्टी लाया, seed लाया, पानी डाला, ये किया, वो किया. And at the end of it all, Suneet, after doing so much hard work at your farm, is the result in your hand? Not in your hand. There may be a flood. There may be a drought. There may be a flash of lightning. Anything can happen. The crop can be destroyed. Insects may come. Action is in your hand. Result is not in your hand. Right or wrong? So, whatever work we do, we feel that we must get a result. Otherwise, why would we do it also? Until and unless we want some result, we would not do it also. And we want to see the result. Now, there are 2 kinds of results. One is an outside result and one is an inside result. And we are only seeing the outside result. We are not seeing the inner result. Because the outside result is visible. The outside result is tangible. But it may happen or it may not happen. But the inner result always happens. The outside result may happen or may not happen. But the inner result always happens. Now let us see outside result. You have done something. The outside result may be success or failure. In whatever. See it in whatever area you are doing the work. If there is success, we feel elated. If there is failure, we feel sad, despair. But if we do this work, whatever it may be, with karma yog bhav, that means without expecting any result, without taking the result as prasad, the inner result will be purity and peace of mind.
When you said failure, then we have learned.
Whether it is failure or success, the inner result will be peace or purification of antakaran if it is done with karma yog bhav. And if it is not done with karma yog bhav, what will happen to inner result?
Agitation.
If it is a good result, success, elation, it can then go to greed, it can go to ahankar, many different things can happen. And if it is done with karma yog bhav, then also, whether it is success or failure, there will be peace and there will be purity of antakaran. Basically, the spiritual journey is about purifying antakaran, nothing else. The basic purpose of spirituality or sadhana is cleaning this inside. So, Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjun, there is no loss of effort in practicing karma yoga. Because whether you win the battle or whether you lose the battle, if you fight the battle with karma yoga bhav, you are still a winner. You are still a winner. You have not lost anything because your antakaran is getting cleaned. So a sadhak, which is all what you all are, you do any job, any task, studying, making presentation, playing a musical instrument, singing, cooking, sweeping, whatever you're doing, looking after your children, looking after your in-laws, looking after your parents, whatever task you're doing, know clearly that the main result that you're doing this job is to clean your antakaran. Anything, any job, the main purpose should be, I want to clean my antakaran. And this cleaning of antakaran depends not on the job you're doing, it depends on the attitude with which you're doing the job. The second advantage of karma yoga was no negative result. Pratyavayo. There is no contraindication, there is no technique which you do wrong and this and that. If you are doing karma yoga, you are doing karma yoga. You cannot do anything wrong because you are doing karma yoga. Whereas in other kinds of yogas, there can be some contradictory effects. What could it be? In Gyan Yoga, what could be the contradictory effect? Ahankar. Most important. Ahankar could be a contradictory effect of Gyan Yoga. What about Hatha Yoga? If you are doing some asana, you are doing something contraindicated, you can hurt yourself. You are doing it wrongly. Pranayam.
Blood pressure.
If you have blood pressure, you are doing an inverted pose, that is deleterious for you. What about Bhakti Yoga? What could be the contraindication of Bhakti Yoga?
Ahankar also. Ahankar also.
Get stuck in
You
a
get
bhakti.
so lost in the enjoyment of the process that you forget that there is more to go. Enjoyment is not the end result. You will get stuck in the enjoyment, in the moha of Bhakti Yoga. Okay, so in every stream there are some contraindications, there are some negative results possible. But Karma Yoga, if you do it properly, Bhakti Yoga also you are doing it properly, then also you are getting stuck there. Jnana Yoga also you are studying very well, but still you are getting ahankar. Inverted posture you are doing very well, but still blood pressure is coming. It's not that there is anything wrong with those yogs. They are all they are all good yogs. They are all extremely are given by Bhagwan only. All these yogs are not man-made. They are all given by Bhagwan. But they can be a contradictory effect. But in Karma Yoga, you do it properly, there is no contraindication. Purity of Antakaran guaranteed. Then what was the third one?
You will get rid of it.
Even doing little bit, even a little practice of Karma Yoga will release you from fear of birth and death. See, in the spiritual journey, sometimes we get impatient and we want to see. Moksha means I want it now. What's happening? I need to see the result. So when we are doing spiritual practice also, we are waiting to see result, which is contradictory to Karma Yoga. We cannot do our practice with the hope of seeing the result, but yet the result is happening. The result is always happening at a very subtle level and you cannot see it because it's happening in your antakaran. You may not see it outside. What's the use of doing all this? My husband is still bothering me. What's the use? My wife is still bothering. What's the use? I'm not getting promotion. What's the use? I'm not getting to eat that new dish. Whatever. You will not see the result outside. The result is all inside. But yet, there are certain things which you can evaluate for yourself to see if you are making progress. What could those things be? You are able to understand the knowledge better, little by little. Clarity of thought is happening. Decision making is becoming easier because your idea of dharma has become more solid. That's why. Mental chatter is reducing. Your ability to not get disturbed by external stimuli is increasing. Anger is decreasing. What else? You tell me. Glad acceptance is increasing. Faith is increasing. You know it. Ability to create a gap is increasing. Witnessing is becoming easier. Fears are becoming less. Forgiveness is happening more easily.
Need and want of material things
Decreasing. You know all these things. Make a list. Go on evaluating yourself once in 3 months. You'll see small changes. You know then you are on the correct path. What about if no changes, these things are not happening?
Even then something is changing.
Something is changing, na? Something is changing. Something is not changing. ठीक है. Maybe you still need to work a little more towards it. So these are the benefits of Karma Yoga. And before Bhagavan Krishna starts telling him exactly what to do, he's first trying to convince him, Baba, start to karo. So it's like a advertisement.
Box is nice.
Advertisement, buy the house because you'll get view of the sea somewhere. From this little window pane you'll get to see. Like that. Before he starts, he's telling him how to work without getting attached to karma. So do you think you can do karma yoga?
Yes.
Your effort will not be wasted. You will not get any contradictory effect of it. And your fear of death and fear of being born as a cockroach will become less.